Started. I am Dr. Stevie Aisha Mills, and I'm super excited to be here with you today. What I do in the world is to help Christian women entrepreneurs to make sure that they are using their knowledge and expertise to make money online. And so I am beyond elated to be here with you today because as we are winding down, like literally we're on the countdown to 2022, we have 9 days. Like we're counting down. Listen. It's almost Christmas. Christmas Eve is coming on Friday. Listen, you have to be in a space and place to understand that everything that you need is already here, right? That's the first thing. Understand that everything you need is already here. The second thing you need to understand is that everything you have does not need to go with you into 2022, darling. And that is both personally and professionally. Both personally and professionally. So if we're looking at this, if we're looking at the fact of your business, some people may not be your client in 2022, and it's okay. Sometimes you have to pivot, sometimes you have to change, sometimes you have to understand that that is the truth, right? For me, I am honing even the more on who I want to serve. I don't want to just serve every Christian woman entrepreneur, right? Some of them are not people that I can help. Like if you are in a space that I can't help you, it's okay. I will refer you, but you may not be the ideal client for me. I look for specific things when I choose my clients. I look for specific personality traits. I look for like specific, just go-getterness, if I can use that word. I need people who are go-getters. If I can't work with you, if you're somebody who is going to eat your excuses for breakfast, because guess what? I eat mine for breakfast. I don't make excuses. Matter of fact, fun fact, I just had my first 4-mile day on my Peloton, honey, and I was trying to get out of it. I didn't want to do the bike ride today. I did not want to do it. But 4 miles later, I had to eat those excuses for breakfast. There are some people who never exercise, won't ever exercise, won't even do a sit up, won't do a push up. I get it. I understand because that used to be me, but I had to make a transformative decision in my life and really say I need to be in better shape. So how do I get in better shape? I got to exercise. I can't outsource exercising. I wish I could. I wish I could say, let me pay somebody for this, but I can't. So I had to get up. I had to do the work. I had to self-talk myself along with the Peloton instructor telling me I could go. Yes, listen, I still had to do the work. She could rile me up. She could motivate me, all that. She could even coach me. Hello. But she could not tell me that she could do the work for me. She can't. And so, as we're looking at the things that we need to leave behind and don't say blank into 2022, right? And I left there a blank in this title because the things that I need to take into 2022 and I don't need to take into 2022 are different from what you need. But you have to do the self work, the self discovery to understand what it is that you don't need. You don't need all that stuff. Listen, you might not need the current circle that you're around. You might not need the current junk you have in your house. You might not need none of this. So as we're looking at 2022, which we will be very shortly in 2022, before you even believe it, then you have to make an inventory of what it is that you have, that you need to take, what you need to increase, how you need to increase, what you need to invest in, what you don't need to invest in, what's costing you money, what's making you money. There are all kinds of things that you have to look into as we look at this thing and we really take it to the next level. Because if you're taking stuff that you don't need inside of 2022, then honey, you are going to be stuck in the muck and you're going to be lost in the sauce. It's as simple as that. When we are looking at things that we need to really specifically hone in on, like maybe you did XYZ for 25 years. Maybe you're tired of that. Okay, it's a new year. A new year cannot be a new you without you doing some work to make you new. Just because the clock is going to change at midnight on January 1, 2022 does not mean that you are going to be somebody different, right? And so my great friend, Adretta Hall, says it like this. You cannot move to China and believe you Chinese, honey. If you black, white, whatever you are, if you were not Asian before you were there, then you're not going to be there. You're not going to just make up in your mind that you're going to be Asian one day. That does not work like that. You cannot do that. But what you can do is to perfect yourself and you could still be the better version of you. So I think that we have to look at it and see what it is that we don't take into 2022. And I would encourage you to get you a pad. Look, I got my pad here. Pad and a pen and write this down. I will not take XYZ thing inside of 2022. I will not take XYZ thing because guess what? If you were taking it, then that's on you because you are supposed to make a solidified decision that you won't take it. If there are things that you do need to put inside of your 2022, definitely make sure you do that too. Definitely make sure that you are in the space and place of making your moments count because at the end of the day, if you don't make your moments count, then that's on you too. This is all personal responsibility. I'm a big advocate of personal responsibility. I'm not a big advocate of excuse makers. I'm a big advocate of money makers and move makers, right? Because in order for me to go where I was not making $800 within my business to now making over $200,000 in less than 2 years, then I had to really look at who I am, look at how I do things, look at what I even believe, because I would not be able to make the moves that I'm making. So I want to encourage you today to make sure that you are taking it to the next level, because if you're not and you're stuck in stagnation, that's cool. But I believe that you need to not be. I believe that God has given us all moments in life to be able to move to greater directions and to move to greater spaces. And if we do not move to those places and spaces that we're being called and cultivated to move to, then you are wrong and you are selfish. Why? Because there's somebody who's literally praying for you right now. There's somebody specifically, if you're an entrepreneur, praying for you to be the solution to their problem and the answer to their prayer. So if you are not moving, you're stuck in stagnation because you claim that you don't know how to move, then that's a lie. Because if you're connected to me, you can literally go to workwithstevie.com, which I put in all the spaces that I'm multi-streaming to, workwithstevie.com, so that you can make sure that you are stepping up and seeing if you qualify to be a person that I assist, right? And I assist people who are ready to not only make the decision to make 10K per month, which is over a 6-figure year, but also who are ready to invest. Honey, believe me that you cannot make 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 figures without investing. That is crazy. How you think you're going to do that? You can't. So in order for you to really see if I'm a great fit for you and you're a great fit for me, which I do start at the application stage, because you have to apply to even go on the phone with me. And so as we look at these things, we have to figure out what we will not take into 2022. What won't you take into 2022? And that is a self-reflective exercise that you have to be able to look at, because guess what? Becoming a 6-figure earner is more mental than it is mechanical. It is more mental than it is mechanical. Why and how do I know that? Because honestly, if you want to, you can charge somebody $100,000 right now today, and you can become a 6-figure earner before the year is out. You can do that if that's where your faith and belief is at. Then you can charge somebody that and become a 6-figure earner just like that. But if your faith and belief is not there, then you have to work on your mental growth, because the stats say less than 11% of all businesses will ever make 6 figures. And if you're an African-American woman like myself, then you understand that you traditionally only make about $24,000 in your business per year. So as we're looking at this and we are looking at the fact that you can't take all this stuff, Erykah Badu preached to y'all one time. She said, "Bag lady, you gonna hurt your back." Why y'all hurting your backs? Taking all this stuff around and around and around that no longer serves you. You don't need to have it. You don't need to have it. So if you're somebody who is being weighed down by all this extra ish in your life, then you need to get rid of it. And how you get rid of it, you might have to pray your way. You might have to fight your way. You might have to post on your way. However you get rid of it, that's your own process. But you have to do what works best for you and get rid of it, because there are some people, places, and things that need to be left out of your 2022. And guess what? Everybody can't go and people qualify themselves. So there are certain people who are qualifying themselves in certain ways. Specifically, if you're an entrepreneur, people qualify themselves if they don't pay your invoice. That's cool. That's you. I'm living here. This is the last day that she'll be in my life, right? And so that's the thing. And you have to understand that. And you could love them, pray for them, all that stuff, but that's not your client. And so as we begin to look at this 2021 process, and we understand that literally we are just like a few days away from this 2021 ending, right? We have all these months. We have 12 months. God blessed us with 12 months. Not say it like that because we've lost so many people during pandemic. My cousin is actually burying a dear family member of hers right now as we speak. So you have the time, the effort, and the energy to move through this year. And if you don't move through this year, then you are going to be stuck in stagnation, point blank, period. That is going to be the thing. So we have to look at what it is. And I believe that you can press and push and work until 11:59 p.m. I'm sorry, 11:59, yes, p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's when the clock is going to strike 12 for me over here in the East Coast. I don't know where your time zone is, but you do the math and you figure it out. You can press. If you want to do it, you can do it. If not, then hang up your shingles for the year. That's on you too. Some people, they're hanging up their shingles for the year. They're not doing any more work this year. That's just not my testimony. That's not how I move. But everybody is different. That is up to you. So if you're somebody who's like, I'm done with 2021, then more power to you. And so these are the things that we don't want to take into 2022. And that is, again, a self-reflective work, because we have to look at it. Like I said, making money is mental. You have to look inside of what it is that God has called and cultivated you to do. You have to look inside of what it is and how it is that you have this list of amazing attributes that you want to grow into, because we all should be growing. As long as we have breath in our bodies, we should be growing to the next level. So as we begin to look at these things, we have to shape what it is that we are doing. We have to look and see how we are standing up inside of the years and the times that we have. Because if we don't, our money is not going to be something that's going to be made. That's the truth of it. If your mind is not where your money matches, then it's not going to work. If you're somebody who literally is going to be in the space and place of saying, I want to make six figures, but you're not doing the work and you're not becoming the six-figure earner you need to be, then literally it is not going to work. I mean, that is simple, clear, and it makes like great sense, right? And we have to see that if you have right now not made any money all year long, then yes, you can make six figures, but you have to charge somebody $100,000, I believe, right now, unless you do some hard work and you have to get more clients. But if you've not made money, then you still need to work, right? A man who does not work does not eat. That's what the Bible says. Don't quote me. Look it up for yourself. And so that is literally all I wanted to really share with you, besides the fact that I do want you to go to workwithstevie.com. I literally have created this complimentary video. It is a masterclass for you. It is going to tell you how to increase your visibility, credibility, and cash all online. That is where I dwell, because guess what? They can talk about Omicron and this crime and all the crimes, but that's not stopping my bag, right? I don't know what they're doing outside, right? But what I know is that my Wi-Fi, my computer, and my cell phone are still functional. And so therefore, if they do a government shutdown again, if the toilet tissue runs out, prayerfully not. But I will still be in the focus of doing my work. And that is what's important. So I want you to go to workwithstevie.com so that you can see the complimentary masterclass I curated for you, so that you can be aware and sure that you are doing the steps to become visible and credible so that you can make more money. When you become more visible, you then increase your credibility and therefore your cash increases. And at the end of the day, I'm not in business to not make money, right? I'm in business to make money. And I tell people all the time, I am a professional seed sower, meaning that these videos, these clubhouse rooms, these posts, these reels, all this stuff, I'm sowing seeds inside of my business. And I sow heavily so that I can reap heavily. How have you sowed? Have you showed up for yourself? Have you done a post? Have you done a reel? Have you sent out an email? How many things have you done? Are you consistent in your business? Sometimes we need to say we're not going to take laziness and lackadaisicalness and being inconsistent inside of 2022. Maybe that's your story. Maybe you need to step up your game. So whatever it is, make sure that you are doing that. Again, go to workwithstevie.com, workwithstevie.com. As I always, in everything I say it the same time, the same way, right? Make it a great day. Don't have a great day. Make it a great day. Why? Because you, and yes, you too have the power to do so. Thank you all for spending this time with me. Yay! Make it a great day, y'all.